Hi, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are very excited to be talking about sales today.
I chose to take Maria's course this summer, and it was the best investment of the year.
It has been a true game changer.
And it's honestly changed so much in our business. I'm actually getting a little emotional.
It has been like the best thing that I've ever done in my life.
I've taken a million amazing bridal business classes, but this one is completely different.
Show you my binder from Maria's course.
You make it so easy. People don't have to even like selling to be able to connect and understand their clients and speak about themselves.
It doesn't matter if you're charging $3,000 or you're charging $8,000. You always have a next level. And the beautiful thing about Irresistible Selling is that you can get to the next level with the principles that you're learning.
The class is perfect for if you're starting out or if you've been in business for years. It's stuff that everyone should apply to their businesses. Everything that she teaches in the class seems like you should know it already, but nobody's ever taught you before.
You've got the structure set up where you follow and learn this unit, and then we move on and we build another unit, and you've got your action and accountability calls.
I love that this class is online, so you can go at your own pace. I love that this class has lifetime access. Every time I go through it, I learn something new. We have an amazing, wonderful private Facebook group of everybody that's in the class.
Okay, so the program and the combination of people in the program is the cream. It's the everything.
The most amazing thing is you don't learn it and then you don't have team members after to help continue to coach you. You have a whole community. It's just been incredible.
A place to share wins and get advice.
And there was no jealousy. There was no weirdness or pettiness. It was all just you go girl, or that's amazing, or oh, that's so cool. Now that I've seen you do that, I can do that.
To me, anybody that I feel who's ready to level up, this is the place to be.
So what made me sign up?
Okay, I don't even know where to begin.
I was experiencing a decline in business.
I had a 3-month-old baby, and about 3 months into my business found out that I was pregnant with my second. So I was in a position when I started my company that this had to work. I was priced way bottom of the market, and I was still getting, your prices are too expensive. We don't have the money to invest in it. Can you give us a discount?
I didn't have time to figure out how to level up. I felt like I should be charging more, but I really didn't know how.
It was that time. It was, Nikisha, how are you going to grow? How are we going to keep moving forward? Because in order to move forward, you have to invest in yourself.
Our goal was to really get our sales process to be a little bit smoother and more dialed in, and also to find those ideal clients, as well as be able to raise our pricing.
I'm really good at my job. I'm okay at selling. And now I'm excellent at selling. I said, I want it to be a bulletproof process. I want to know what I'm doing so well that that if I wanted to, I could sell to whomever and it wouldn't feel like I was selling.
I knew that I needed help with sales, definitely. I needed help with talking about the work that I do. I needed help with pricing, totally needed help with that. And really explaining the value of what this was.
I had recently leased a space to have an office to share with my growing team, and had met with a couple clients in a row that I thought were great fits, and the answer came back, you're too expensive.
For me, even with my sales background, I thought I knew everything, and then you just rocked my world.
When I heard you and I heard about your program and we had our call, it was a challenge because of the investment. Of course, like everyone else, when you're in a place of scarcity, you feel like you have nothing to give.
I won't lie, the cost at the time was a little hard for me, but I knew that if I didn't do that, then I would just be in the same place that I was.
The cost seemed a little high at the time, so I first subscribed to her emails. After just a couple of her free emails, I was like, this girl knows her stuff, so I had to sign up for the course.
It's so worth it. It's scary at the first, right? You're like, oh, do I have money? Do I have time, right? With any kind of professional growth. And I remember, I think you said, you're going to get the money back very quickly. And we did, literally within a week.
It was a little scary, by the way, putting everything out there, spending this much.
So you made your money back literally the next day?
Yeah, this much. Like, was I going to make the money back? Like, was it really something that was going to help me? But I just felt right about it. So I jumped on in, and I just really resonated with you. And I felt like I would understand your teaching style.
When I met Maria, it was truly like everything aligned.
So I had actually been referred to Maria about 6 months before I even invested in the course. And I saw the investment level and I was like, no. So I went away from it for about 6 months, and she had done a series of videos, taught one lesson from each module. And I went through every single one of those videos. I closed my first full planning client. I'd never been able to book a full planning client just from one lesson from each module. So at that point, I got on a call with her, and it was still like a really hefty investment. Like, for reference, it was about a third of what I made in revenue my first year of business. So we did it, and I did 35,000 in contracts in the first 6 months after taking the course.
I was like, I'm just going to do it. So I did do it, and I think for me, it's been one of the best gifts.
After taking the course, I feel like I had such better sales process, which I never had before. I feel like each client before, I was just winging it from time to time, but this gave me more of a system in place. And by using a lot of the concepts we learned in her class, I quickly was able to double my pricing.
We were able to raise our prices really quickly because our process was so good and we were booking so quickly. We actually booked an associate wedding within 10 days of signing up.
I feel so much more confident in selling myself and in selling my value and in pricing myself. I have gone from about a 30% booking rate before her class to an almost 90% booking rate now.
Even though the pandemic hit, we never stopped to book weddings.
I've increased my prices twice. You had urged to write a sales goal of a number that scared you, and I did that. And I thought I would do it for the year, and I reached my sales goal in October.
Been able to 300% increase my income from year 1 to year 2. And then kind of going into my 3rd year in business, 6 months through the year, I had already done the revenue that I made in the 2nd year in the first 6 months. So the growth is incredible.
With our first booking, more than doubled the investment of what we were getting back.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we ended up popping that champagne because we booked that client for actually over $7,500. It was actually it was like $500 shy of $10,000. And so we popped the champagne because we broke the $7,500 mark. And then as we popped the champagne, we had put new champagne in the fridge, and we were like, right, this is going to be a 5-figure booking. And the champagne hadn't even gotten cold yet. Like, literally hadn't even gotten cold. And then we booked our next client for $12,500.
I was featured in Martha Stewart weddings, not once, but twice.
After taking Maria's course, tripled my income as well as my average sale. For me, it was about becoming a lot more confident. Before, I felt like I was just willy-nilly kind of utilizing a sales process, and now I feel super structured.
We went ahead and doubled our minimum, bold, but what ended up happening from that was the floodgates opened for phenomenal clients. The first client that I booked after completing Maria's course was a client that wanted to spend over $10,000 on her wedding flowers. And that's like a figure that I will aspire to down the road, and didn't think that I would see that come in so soon. And it did, and we were up against several monster companies in Chicago. We won it. It's crazy.
The investment I made in you, I could have made it 10 times over, and I would still have seen ridiculous ROI, because the one thing that folks in this industry don't know how to do, they know how to do their craft very well. They're very gifted in that, but they don't necessarily know, how do I communicate that to somebody else to make them want it? And you teach that. As we've made these price increases, and as we've up-leveled the type of client that we serve, and as we've just blown up our revenue and our profit and all of these other things that have enabled us to just really take care of our families and live a life that we've dreamed of, your program made the growing pains in doing that almost disappear, almost. And there are growing pains in that process, like it's just a fact of life. But your program and what you teach has allowed those growing pains to be shorter, more minimal, and just almost erased.
It's definitely something that I highly recommend. Think that it will be an important investment in your business.
it is 100%. I don't care if you feel like, I don't think I have the money to do this. I promise you will make the money like very shortly. If you apply the steps, you will make the money back, and like 10, 100, 1,000 fold back.
I promise that like you will not regret it. It is absolutely amazing.
Irresistible Selling, in my mind, is for people who are high achieving and want to learn and do the work and then watch the results.
In your modules, you teach us more than selling, you teach us how to be of value to anyone.
When you invest in yourself, you then become a person who is worthy of being invested in.
Definitely go back to the program because I have lifetime access and I go back and I read things, and the Facebook group is fantastic. But I have to say that it's you, your presence and your delivery. You're so approachable and knowledgeable, and I know in watching you work and watching you guide all of us along has made me a better person. So really, it's you.
Thank you, Maria, for all of your wisdom.
Thank you for everything that you did.